Welcome back. It's Kovacs Report, and it's time for another Marvel #1. This time it's Wolverines and Deadpools. That's right. It's Daddy-Daughter Day. It's a family team-up we never thought we'd see by Cody Ziglar and Rogê Antônio. Now, I am a huge fan of Laura Kinney. I think Tom Taylor's run and some subsequent runs afterwards were absolutely first class. But unfortunately, she hasn't been treated very well by certain creative teams, especially Erica Schultz, whose run at the moment I think is being cancelled, as is the Deadpool title by Cody Ziglar, purely because they're just not very good. And I'm going to say it right at the beginning, they're not very good. So I was, of course, dubious taking on this book. It's another Cody Ziglar book. I don't think he's my type of writer. But anyway, here we are. We're here to talk about this book, and I'm going to go through it page by page and give you my thoughts. So if you don't want it spoiled, please read the book beforehand, then come back, watch the video, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that jazz. Helps grow the channel, and I'd really appreciate it. So we are in some Eastern European country. There is a little town there, and they are looking after these children. These children have mutant powers there, keep them safe from the outside world, because, you know, mutants aren't treated very well in the Marvel U. But the shadows are appearing. These weird, magical, weird shadows are appearing, and they are taking these children away, never to be seen again. Now, these parents are trying to defend their own kids, and they are brutally murdered. But Wolverines and the Deadpools, they are on the trail. So Ellie, who is Deadpool's daughter, and like I say, she's a Deadpool too now, which, oh God, watch my Deadpool review if you want to know how I feel about that. She's having this nightmare, which is obviously connected to what's going on in this little town in Eastern Europe somewhere. Now, she is visiting her family who adopted her years ago. And then she beams out back to Deadpool HQ, where Taskmaster and their lackey is there talking about this new mission. This new mission is to go to this town and figure out what's happening to these kids, and they're going to enlist the help of the Wolverines. Of course, Wolverine's not happy about this, but Wolverine and Laura Kinney, they need to look after mutants, right? So they're there trying to figure out what's going on too. They don't want to be there with the Deadpools, you know, and Deadpool seems to think this is a date, basically, like I don't know. Wolverine's not happy about it. Anyway, this whole book, literally every spread, Cody Ziglar does these fourth wall breaking moments, and that's very, very Deadpool, except every single one of them is about the writer or the Dugan run. It's like, it's the same joke over and over and over again. It's like, it's so unnecessary. It doesn't help the plot. It's not even funny. And that's the thing about this book. It's just not funny. It really isn't funny. I mean, the idea is interesting, if not unique. There's some kids being stolen and they're there to find them. And that's great. And we get some of our favorite characters to come and track them down. Now, you know, it's standard Marvel fare, right? And I'm okay with that. I'm cool with that. But it's just the dialogue doesn't really fit at all. Deadpool's especially. Wolverines isn't bad, but like these constant jokes about the writers, or, oh, the page is going to turn. We can change our costumes when the page turns. It's like, oh, come on, mate. You know, you're employed by Marvel. You are one of the few that have ascended to, you know, to be able to write some of the most beloved characters on the planet. And this is what you come back with. I do not understand why these books are remotely popular, and why every time I say something bad about one of them, I get downvoted to hell and emails telling me that I should die. It's just beyond me. This isn't good. And if we accept this level of writing, then that's what we're going to get. I don't know what's happened to the world. I don't miss the old days of comics. Anyway, this is not a rant. This is a review. So what happens is daddies, they split off and they leave the kids to investigate the village. And that is where we are here. So Deadpool and Wolverine, they're out there and they're talking about just stuff, breaking the fourth wall for no apparent reason. And Wolverine's telling him that, you know, you're not a bad guy, really. You know, your heart's in the right place. So they're having a little moment, and the shadows appear. And it turns out that the shadow is Agent X. Yes, another familiar character from Deadpool's past. And there's only one good panel in this whole book, and that is when Wolverine has his claws in Agent X's back. And Agent X shoots himself through the neck to shoot Wolverine behind him. That's the only panel worthwhile in this whole book. I thought that was very, very cool. Of course, the fight ensues. Plots are starting to reveal. And then we jump back to Ellie and Laura, and this old, mysterious-looking woman that's running into some abandoned house. Let's follow her. And it's Lady Deadpool. And she's there saying, hey, this is why we don't talk to strangers. I was like, okay, another bad joke. I mean, they have a throwdown, a bit of a fight And then the shadows appear around Ellie, reminding her of her dream. And this lady claiming to be her mother, it can't be a mother. Is it her real mother? I don't know. Is it taking her fears and using them against her? We don't know. I don't know. Anyway, that fight carries on for far too long. And then Lady Deadpool just vanishes and says, we will be back. They want Ellie. We don't know why, but they want Ellie. Now back to Wolverine. And they're about to slice and dice old Agent X, but Lady Bullseye pops in and beams him out, bamfs him out, and we get to meet the villain behind all of this, the Shadow King. And we learn that he wants one of these children to be his new host, so he can be made flesh again, I guess. And that's the story. To be continued. I mean, whether I pick up issue 2 or not, I don't know. Probably to review it. But it's just not what you'd expect. Like, I do, and it's referenced in this book, I miss Dugan and Poshen's runs on this book, because that's when Deadpool was amazing. You could go further back and say there are other great runs, but like, it's not recapturing that magic. It's not recapturing that humor, at least. But there we are. That is my review for Wolverines and Deadpool's #1, the team up we never asked for. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if I'm right, if I'm wrong. You know, it's all good. It's all about discussion. If you like the book, that's fine. You know, it's cool to like a book that I don't like, and it's cool for me not to like a book you like. That's what makes comics, as I keep saying at the end of the videos now, that's what makes comics interesting. It's the conversation after you've read the book. So, like I say, keep reading comics, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next review.